Stop 1. Introduction. Welcome to the audio tour for Rising from the Ashes, New Ceramics by Ken Matsuzaki. Ken Matsuzaki has been experiencing a period of rebuilding and helping the entire pottery community of Mashiko, Japan to rebuild after suffering near-complete devastation in the earthquake and tsunami of March 2011. The works in this exhibition are the first to emerge from Matsuzaki's newly rebuilt kilns. The text for this audio tour was written by Pucker Gallery intern Zoe Litzios, who is also the manager of exhibitions and programs at the Portsmouth Museum of Art in New Hampshire. Thank you and enjoy. Stop 2. Ken Matsuzaki's work is very much inspired by the Momoyama and Mingei pottery traditions. Ken's father, Shuki Matsuzaki, was a painter and collector of Mingei pots. The Mingei, or folk art movement, created pottery based on the philosophy that the beauty of an object is found in its use. The tea bowls MK663, MK664, and MK734 reflect the traditional vessels for use in tea ceremonies, developed during the Momoyama period. For Matsuzaki, these vessels must be usable, but he believes it is ultimately the owner of a work who decides if or how they are used. He has transformed the traditional philosophies around which he creates his works, believing that his artworks embody yotobi, beauty and use, as opposed to the traditional Mingei yonobi, or the beauty of use. Stop 3. One of the most influential styles of pottery during the Momoyama period was oribe. Often recognized for its characteristic green copper glaze, oribe is also a style of distorted form and elaborate surface design. Furuta Oribe, for whom the style is named, was a warrior and tea ceremony master active in the late Momoyama period from the mid-1500s until his death in 1615. Many oribe-style works made today are vessels and objects for use in a tea ceremony, like the water container MK691. Matsuzaki references the oribe spirit of form and creativity, but makes it his own. Stop 4. Ken Matsuzaki has developed his firing technique over 30 years, working to manipulate natural firing processes to produce magnificent textures using slip glazes, ash, charcoal, and flames. During the last 2 years of his 5-year apprenticeship with the Mingei master potter Tatsuzo Shimaoka, Matsuzaki developed and experimented with a white clay Shino slip glaze. Shino glazes are comprised of feldspar minerals, producing a thick white fluid texture, exemplified in MK689. Using the wonders of his multi-chamber Anagama kiln, Matsuzaki is able to control the ash and charcoal that come into contact with glazed surfaces during firing, and also to control the speed of cooling. In this period of cooling, covered with ash and charcoal, Shino glazed pots are blocked from reoxidizing, which sometimes has the effect of turning the Shino glaze golden, as seen in MK707. Stop 5. Matsuzaki fires in Mashiko, Japan, in a unique, self-built wood-firing kiln with 2 firing mouths. His kiln was destroyed in the earthquake and tsunami of March 2011, along with the majority of the kilns in the Mashiko pottery community. In the past year, he has rebuilt his kiln and rebuilt his practice. In his specially built Anagama, or wood-firing tunnel kiln, he has perfected the technique of yohen, or kiln change. His double-mouthed kiln allows him to manipulate each firing, which lasts 7 days. He makes most of his works as yakishime, or unglazed, high-temperature wood-fired pots, which he calls haikaburi yohen. This loosely translates to natural ash buildup. Works like MK704 are glazed by the buildup and melting of ash and charcoal on the surface of the pot while it is in the kiln. Stop 6. Using different types of wood or ash during firing, Matsuzaki can achieve different surface and glazing effects such as color and texture. He often uses ash from pine and chestnut woods to express a variety of colors on his unglazed fired works. Looking at MK716 and MK726, we can see the wide variety of outcomes possible in an unglazed firing. Matsuzaki also emphasizes that his choice of clay is very important to the outcome of his work. He combines multiple clays to create a wholly unique clay mix, using the best clays with great personality. Stop 7. Ken Matsuzaki studied under the Mingei master Tatsuzo Shimaoka for 5 years. During the last years of his apprenticeship, Matsuzaki experimented to develop original works in his own style. When he struck out on his own, he initially struggled to achieve originality, independent of the influence of Shimaoka, but he eventually developed signature motifs, some of which would continue throughout his career. He developed his rounded wave or flowing water motif during this time. He continues to use the image of flowing water in many ways, be they subtle as in MK728 or boldly patterned as in MK697.